We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night for the sun. We're up all night to get sex. Sex. That's what that song's about. So I used to sleepwalk as a kid. It wasn't a lot, you know. It was just here and there. A little. You joking? Let me tell you a little something about this guy. What? One time he nearly pissed in his room. I'm sorry. Who are you? Who even am I? Who even are you? What are you doing in my room? Get out! Hey, I'm just on the line from the past. And then I'm just here, and it's just like, oh, that's your grave. I thought I killed him 5 months ago. Thanks. You're welcome. What just happened? Anyway, what he was saying was actually kind of true and kind of, that scared me a bit. But before we get into that, what causes a sleepwalking episode? Sleepwalking is a sleep disorder that causes people to get up and walk while they are sleeping. No shit. The causes of sleepwalking can come from many factors, such as genetics, environmental factors, medical conditions such as fevers, you know, having a cold, having flu, something like that. Mine was genetic, we hope. So without further ado, let me just tell you a few of my experiences whilst sleepwalking, because let me tell you, some of them, oh dear lord. Number 1. Pissing in my drawers. It is as it sounds. Just keep in mind all these happened when I was really young. So when I was younger, we didn't live here in this house with this marvellous picture of New York. I got up in the middle of the night and obviously I think I must have banged into something because my mum heard me. And she found me opening my drawers, literally getting ready to piss in them. I mean, she must have been like... Looking back now, that's kind of a big insult, a big middle finger to the way she wanted to dress me. I must have really not liked my clothes back then. Oh, Joe, they bought you a new top. Let's piss on it. Dude, I tried to dive off my breakfast table. I got up in the middle of the night, went downstairs, obviously that's gonna wake some people up. And we actually lived in this house, so, you know, it mustn't have been just the old house, you know, making me do crazy in the middle of the night, like pissing in my drawers. Well done, Joel, you know, go stuff you. And I went downstairs, and obviously this time my stepdad heard me go downstairs. My breakfast table was about just below my hip, so it was about 3 foot tall. So I climbed on there, and a 7-year-old, still asleep, keep in mind, still sleepwalking at this very moment in time. I climbed on top of it, and apparently, you know when you're a kid and you go to swimming lessons and you learn how to dive in a pool, but first you start just doing that, and then you just do that. Well, I was about to do that, off my breakfast table, onto my cold wooden floor. Obviously it was another moment where it was like... And he caught me. Thank God. Number 3 was a time where I really wanted to roll in Twilight, so he thought, you know what, let's practice in my sleep. But this time, my cousin was sleeping over, and unlike my mum and dad, whose attitude towards me sleepwalking was just like, Joel, go to bed. She was more like, oh my God, it's about to bite! And I really wouldn't blame her, just bear with me. You see, I used to have a bunk bed, so my cousin slept on the top bunk, and I slept on the bottom bunk. And apparently, what I did in the middle of the night is that, just imagine you're there, all sleepy, cozy like, and then you wake up to one of your family members sitting on the end of his bed, growling like a f***ing werewolf. Joel? Joel, is that you? Amanda Bynes? So that concludes my childhood stories about sleepwalking. If you've had any experiences with sleepwalked or seen somebody sleepwalking, please leave your stories in the comments and I'll read them and we can share and laugh and it will just be great. So I'll see you when I see you guys, probably not next week because next week's when my exams are. The week after that I would have finished my exams. So we can have a party! Bye!